TSLY and CONY. This is the 4 a.m. version because it's Wednesday. I have to go into the office. So before I begin my day, I'm going to get this video out, schedule it for probably 6:30 or so, and then be on my way, right? So anyway, the Tesla gods or TSLY gods were on our side, apparently, because, last night, I guess there was a judge making a brash decision on something involving Elon Musk and compensation, which I'm not going to get into. But long story short is the stock has now dipped under the 187.50. We are now, after hours, we're at 186.70. So look at that. Things may be okay. I told you something crazy needed to happen. It's just like clockwork, man. It's just amazing. So let's get to the Tesley fund. So in summary, there were actually no trades for TSLY or CONY. So I was pretty happy with that. Although I would have rather that happen on tonight because I get home late and it's harder. But anyway, it's not about me. It's about them, right? So what happened? Well, nothing. Here's the synthetic for the 315 on 315 expiration on Tesley, 220 strike. As you know, Tesla went up yesterday. It was up to 191. And that since it gets a little closer to the strike of the 220, it's going to cost us a little less, but it's still going to cost us 81.6 million to close out this synthetic position. But as always, that price is already baked into the NAV, so it won't hurt us. It'll just be more so a taxable event, we'll call it. Now, the synthetic 185, that one it has a 185 strike, same expiration date. This one we're actually making money on currently. If we closed it today, we would make $8 million. So that one's sitting pretty. Of course, when the market opens today, I'm sure our price will be around the strike of this one, but whatever. We still have time, over a month left. All right, let's get into the January. So yesterday, where are we at? Yesterday was 130. We were up a decent amount, and then we kind of came back down. Which was, so overall, even before this not terrible news, but this news that is bringing the stock down, we were not all that bad because we kind of stayed flat out, because especially after what it was looking like in the morning, I was like, oh no. But then, long story short, Tesla closed up 0.35%. Tesley closed up 0.45%. So all in all, again, even before the after hours dip, it wasn't, terrible. Because if you look at the day before, obviously, we took all of our gains, right? Our maximum gains. And also, after I kind of, went off a little yesterday, I wanted to be fair because, I bitched and moaned about this 187.50, especially this one here, right? Because they did the 187.50 here, I think it was on the Thursday, and then Friday they did this one. And, the comments typically are, well, the other strikes didn't pay enough for them, for it to be worth it to choose it. So luckily someone on my Discord helped me out, but in summary, on Thinkorswim, you're able to go back to see what the strikes were, right? And what they cost for, for different strikes. So I went to 190, and other strikes too. But I'm not I know you can't really see this screen print, but I put it on the bottom. So here it is. So if they chose, so the 187, all right, let's just start with it. The 187.50, we know they made $267 a share. That's $5.2 million or 6 cents a share. Okay. If they did a 190 strike on Friday, they would have made $2.01. That's 3.68% out of the money. So they would have brought in $3.9 million, which is 5 cents a share. So it's only a penny off. That one, still could have made a reasonable amount of money. And then the 192.50, that's 5% out of the money. They would have made $1.52 per share, or almost 3 million, and that's 3 cents a share. That's pretty good. That's still pretty good. And also the 195, same thing. This one's 6.4% out of the money. They would have only made $1.09, but again, that rounds up to about 3 cents a share too. And then the 200, okay, I can see this argument. 200 strike was just, that's 9% out of the money. They would have only made 59 cents per share, which is only a penny income. But again, this was not even all the contracts, okay? Keep that in mind. It was 19,710 contracts. So I just wanted to show you guys, as of last Friday, if they scattered the strike to these different strike prices, this is what they would have made. So I don't see any reason why they didn't choose the 190, honestly. They would have still gotten a reasonable amount of money. So, yeah, I wanted to pull that up. I'm going to try to do that more often, to be fair to them, because, honestly, there's not always a buyer. There's not always the same demand for a buyer on strikes that are further out of the money, that are, versus closer to the money. So, I have to be, think about it both ways. I can't just think of it in my solid, stubborn brain that, that it's just bad move. But, these people, they get paid money to do this for a reason. There's methods behind it. So again, I'm trying to look at all of those different, methodologies, what they're looking at, instead of just looking at this blindly. So again, I'll do my best to look at it maybe on the actual day. Like when they do Friday trades, I'll do it on the Saturday morning. I'll just at least, maybe look at a few strikes. If I don't like what they did, of course, I'll do it. If I like what they did, then I'm not going to bother. But anyway, moving on. So there was no activity, so no trades. Cash and treasuries, they decided to get cash positive. Again, this was after, yesterday. And they moved it from the 11.15 treasury. Hopefully they didn't lose any money on that. But either way, they're now cash positive. But overall change for cash and treasuries, $6,000. So essentially irrelevant point. Outstanding shares, 85.7 million. Total income, 39.4 million. Their streak of perfect contracts is no longer in jeopardy after, well, we'll see where we open, but so far so good. Distribution, 46 cents a share we're looking at. A daily income, 3 cents a day. Again, pretty good. Daily yield, 0.3%. So again, after, it was not looking good, guys. But we needed some bad news and we got it. So here's where we stand. Again, this is not including the after hours change. This shows the Tesla closing price of $191.59, which again, our 187.50 is 2.13% in the money as of the close. But since we're now Tesla is below the strike pre-market, so we may be okay. What in the heck happened here? See? These formulas, man, sometimes they go funky. A7. I'm not even going to touch that. I'll leave that alone. Sometimes it does that. But honestly, I could probably delete that because no one really cares about that. Allocation, I'm not really showing we have any room for gain, but we'll see what happens after the close today. Here's my reaction. There's like an angel on our side, on their side, and there it is, baby angel. It's the only one I could find that had some type of, that looked like an angel, and it had to be a baby, I guess. Go figure, my life. Anyway, so there's the baby angel on our side, and we may get lucky when all said and done for the end of this week. Let's look at the payment information. So here we go. We have short call income, again, 39 million. I'm not going to look at synthetic income because that's a debit. If we looked at synthetic, we're not getting paid. And we're getting paid. So again, what I'm thinking is currently it's 46 cents a share. That's not the final, We have another Friday in the book, so we're gonna make a little more money, assuming we can get out of this week alive. We're gonna make a little more money, so I'm expecting to be in the 50-cent range. Again, especially after the bad news. However, I need to let you guys know, be fully transparent. I decided to sell some of my Tesley shares because, as you know, have been very highly allocated to Tesley, very. And the way they've been treating the fund and making moves, it's just the plan for me. I think in the beginning I had 50% allocation, and then the plan was to no longer buy Tesley, and that was gonna lower my allocation in time. So obviously the price dropping lowered my allocation in time, lowered my cost allocation, but I had to sell some shares to lower it further, to keep the allocation, a little better diversified, because it was no longer a comfortable feeling, especially, me doing these videos daily probably doesn't help, but I just wasn't comfortable having too much allocated. I'll show you my new allocation, actually. You don't have to wait to the monthly update. I'll go to my spreadsheet now. So if I go down the bottom, my cost allocation was 35%. I sold 700 shares, so now my cost allocation is 20%. That I can deal with, okay? I'm sorry, that's my current allocation, not cost allocation. My cost allocation is actually still 32%, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just going to go by current allocation. So I took a loss of 4,000, which, I'm okay with that, because again, come tax time, that'll help me out. I think I can only use 3,000 of that, but not tax advice, by the way, but regardless, I'm at an even 1,000 shares of Tesley. It's 20% of my portfolio, and now I have cash to play with, so I can now be smart and, allocate accordingly to my funds. All right. So I just wanted to let you guys know that before I even get my monthly update. And it's nothing, again, my reasons are I was way too highly allocated into Tesley, and I had to make a move, for my own sanity. And I did. So with that being said, my new average is actually lower. Where's the water? I closed it. Is higher. Why? Because it's first in, first out. So thank God it's still recording. So when I sold, it was first in, first out. So the first ins were, of course, higher. They cost me more. So now my average is 1333. So with my new average, my yield on cost based on the latest distribution is 50%. Based on the estimate is 41%. So I'm still yielding a respectable amount. So, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. Don't be, I know some people are going to get angry about it, saying I'm not diming in the hands, whatever. But again, I had 1,700 shares, and that was way too much in my portfolio. So it makes me feel, better overall. I have 1,000 shares, which is, again, still it's my biggest fund, very highly allocated, I probably should have sold more, but I like my even numbers. So nice 1,000 of Tesley. I'm good with that. All right, so let's take a look at the outstanding holdings. Again, this was as of the close. So I was showing $6 it would have costed us to close out that 187.50, or 24.2 million. So if we didn't have that news and after hours, this would have probably been a pretty negative video. Because look how much short call income we got for the month, 39.4 million, right? And look how much it would cost to close, almost 25 million. I mean, all of that perfect month was in jeopardy. It's insane. That's Tesla for you. Tesla, it's a different stock, man. I always say they need to handle the Tesla fund a little different than the others. Tesla is just goes up and it goes down so drastically that it needs to be played a little safer And our yield would be, we'd have to sacrifice yield. So no, most people don't want to do that though. And I know this is their baby, so they're not going to do it. But that it is what it is. Anyway, net asset value is 767 million, NAV 896, price per share 897. Okay, let's go to Cony. Cony. All right, we have the synthetic 130 expiring February 16th. Coin is now at 130.82, which is above the strike of the synthetic. So we can actually make money on this now. We can make money on a synthetic. Well, look at that. What do you know? Which is good. We can make about 2.7 million. The synthetic 130 number 2, which expires in March, we can also make money. So again, no trades, but I just wanted to update you on what the synthetic position is worth. I really hope this, it says it's recording. That alarm really screwed me up. I should have removed it. I got up at 3 today. Anyway. Coin went down 1.51%, and Cony went down 0.24%. So it was a good day, decent day overall. Cash and treasuries, not much. $2,400 change, nothing to talk about here really. Outstanding shares 13,850,000. Total income for the month 17.8 million. Total distribution sitting at $1.29. Total daily income 8 cents, and daily yield 0.3%, 0.37%. All right, let's go to the active tab. All right, so this one, where are we? So we are okay now. It was worse, but we have 400 contracts with a 130 strike, essentially at the money. 10,760 contracts with a 131 strike, 0.14% out of the money. 10,010 contracts with a 134 strike, 2.43% out of the money. And then a measly 300 contracts, 142 strike, 8.55% out of the money. 3 trading days left. However, after hours, looked to be down just like Tesla. If I can hit my refresh here. Yeah, see? It's like it moves with Tesla. No, it's down to it's at 128, it's down 2.1%. So if it's down to 128, we're going to be okay. Again, we got 3 trading days, but we're going to be okay. Oh, look at that. 30-day chart works for Cony and Coin. It doesn't like Tesley and Tesla. All right. Again, next earnings is February 20th, after hours. That's a Tuesday. I'm showing potential capital gains. We can gain another 24 cents. Hey, we're above $20 right now, so that's pretty good. My reaction, it went from sad face to straight line face. If we close, kind of where we're at now, you'll see a smiley face. You're not quite getting that yet, but you may. But again, Cony sitting pretty good position right now overall. Here's the summary. Short call income 17 million. Again, I'm not going to talk about synthetic, even though we might make some money on synthetics. It's not going to probably kill out that $73 million debit we got sitting there in blue. So short call income, I'm looking at $1.29 for the month, which again, we have another Friday, so that's going to go up, should go up. Cost basis, again, this is something I've been adding to the bottom. I did not sell Cony, don't plan to. It's a very small portion of my portfolio, so I'm not worried about that. I'm also not worried about how they manage the fund. But based on the latest distribution, I would be yielding 142%. But, realistically, they're going to pay around $1.29, probably more. So my yield on that would be 68%. So I am very happy with that. Here are their holdings. Nothing really sticks out. Again, this is cash, this is treasuries, this is synthetics, and this is weekly calls. I'm not going to go over this every single day, but in summary, the total is 284 million. which is the net asset value, which, divided by outstanding shares comes to a NAV of 2054, and the price also shows 2054. So it's right on the button. Okay, so that's Cony and that's Tesley. Again, the Tesley gods were on our side, and we may be okay this week. Quick update. I'll do another video on Defiance, but I just wanted to let you guys know that last night, Defiance announced their payments that they're going to make in early February. Today is actually declaration date. Yeah, I think today is declaration date. And then tomorrow is ex-dividend date, which would mean you can still buy today to qualify for the distribution. Just double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Because they were supposed to declare today. Sometimes they can't wait and they do it the night before. But anyway, here's my estimate. I talked about this yesterday, obviously. I thought QQQY would pay 58 cents. They decided to pay 85 cents. So I was surprised on that. 85 cents is a 56% yield. For JEPI, I thought they'd pay 47 cents, but they paid 58. That's not so outlandish. And that's a 37.85% yield. That's pretty good. IWMY, the big surprise, as always. Again, the redheaded stepchild here. This is the problem child of the group. Didn't earn a dime this month yet. Here they are. They said, screw that. I'm paying $1.29, baby. That's a 78% yield. They don't give a damn. They're like, what are you going to do about it? That's what they said. And it's funny, the comments I got in the 70 cents. They're like, how are they going to pay 70 cents if they didn't make anything? I can't wait to the comments now. How are they going to pay $1.29 if they didn't make anything? Guess what, guys? They'll make it. Don't worry. They'll make it next month. And I'm sure they're not going to, there could be months where they'll make like $2 and then they'll pay us like $1 something. So don't worry. I'm sure they'll make it up. Maybe in February. But again, this is not a Defiance video, but I just wanted to give you guys that quick update. And I'll, once I get the final numbers, what they made through declaration date, I'll do a quick summary of what the payment looks like, the historical payments, etc. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Anyway, I got to go. It's, what time is it? What we got here? 4:09. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this content, please click that like button. Again, I'm in my garage, freezing, my butt off, trying to get this video out before my office day. I commute an hour to work, so there is no time. There's hardly time on office days. When I work from home, I have a little space in between to get this video out at a reasonable time when I'm awake. So I had to just get up a little earlier. So since I had to get up at like 3 today to get, every Wednesday is the same thing. So Wednesday videos, I expect more likes just for that reason. So please click the like button if you did enjoy this. Let me know what you think about the Tesla, ruling, Tesla going down. Do you think it's going to stay? Do you think it's an overreaction? Are you going to buy more Tesla or TSLY? Are you pissed I sold 700 of my 1,700 shares, or do you think it's a smart move? Lastly, I know it's not a Defiance video, but what are your thoughts on the IWMY payment? Are they crazy, or are you very grateful since you own the fund and you live off the income? Either way, there's a lot of things there. I know, it's crazy. By the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So I'm here to entertain you, all right? And try not to be a boring-ass YouTuber talking about numbers and spreadsheets and balance sheets and, like a robot. I'm just a normal person that likes investing. It's hard to find now. I know most of the people that like investing like robots. You watch CNBC, it's like a bore fest. I mean, that's my opinion, though. Maybe I'm boring to some people, I'm sure. Or actually, to some people, I'm probably like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you for watching. By the way, if you made it this far, guess what you're going to have to write in the comments to prove it. You're going to have to write commute, all right? Just commute, COMMUTE, commute. Something we all do, all right? It's part of life, right? But anyway, hopefully you watch this, not watch it. Listen to it on the commute and enjoy it. Anyway, I got to go. Later.